Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. All right. I want to talk about something today. Just want another 30 minutes of your time. I'm waiting for a special guest on here. Waiting for my young little brother right here. Y'all see the title? NAACP says Trump visit to Civil Rights Museum is an insult. Like, okay. I ain't surprised, but okay. It's an insult. Like I said, we live in an ungrateful generation. An ungrateful generation. What's going on, Annette? What's going on, Marlene? Yeah, they said it was an insult, but they said it was an insult. Trump can't do anything right, and everything Trump does right is always an insult. For real. Always an insult, you know. Hey, what's going on? Zadriel,
What?
Ignite
What?
in the house. Get up for my young brother right here, man. How you feeling, brother?
Just watching TV, snowed in. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's just a little. I'm just looking at the civil rights thing.
Right. Same here, man. I titled this video. It said NAACP said Trump visit to the Civil Rights Museum is an insult. It's like, dude, what's your take on that being an insult? I mean, is that an
I
insult?
mean, I'm guessing from their views, and so they call him racist, but we forget in the '90s, the same group NAACP gave him a peace award along with Hillary Clinton and Rosa Parks. So
Yeah.
you can't call him racist when you give him an award, man. You got a history on that. It's on record too, and on TV.
Right. Like, come on now, man. Come on, man. This is the time, man, for us to come together, right? Trump is trying to bring us together, man. This is time for us to come together. And you know what I'm saying? It obviously showed that they want division, that they're about division, you know. They don't want unity. You know, I mean, is this what Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying, died for, you know, for us coming together and look at this, you know, look what they're doing, man. Look at Al Sharpton, old phony self right here, man. Do this phony,
Right.
you know. Their agenda is to tear America apart. They have that agenda. They may not say that they want to tear America apart, but that agenda they has is tearing America apart.
Literally. It's just, I look at it, I'm like, okay, you said it's an insult. Okay, let's look at history. We complain
Yeah.
about segregation.
Okay.
We have fought for it. We put through 4 to 5 different amendments, all right? 13th, 14th, 19th, and the 18th amendments,
Okay. All right.
okay? Those amendments help us as a
Right.
people, not just men and women, not just white, black, yellow, green, whatever creed you are. It helped the people. Then we look at the '70s. We got the second wave feminism, third wave feminism coming in. Then we had welfare. Then we had Lyndon B. Johnson talking about, oh, we're gonna
Right.
have them vote Democrat for the next 200 years.
Yeah.
Sure enough, it's happening, and we're like
Yeah.
40 some years in. We
Right.
got a long way to go.
Yes. Yes, we do, bro. Yes, we do, man. It's like what's going on, man? It's like wow, you know. And they refuse to look. They refuse at the museum to go ahead and show up, to show support, to show love, you know. And
You know, for them, don't show up. You know, you do better justice not showing up than showing up. I
Mhm.
mean, the museum still opens. The president is still there. People are going to still
Mhm.
visit, and history has been made on that
Yep.
soil,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to go down in the textbooks and all the other documents and on TV. We're in a time and age where everything is being filmed. Everything is on camera. No matter how much we cut it, it's already recorded. History is just a recording of events and times.
Okay. Okay. I'm reading something to you. What's your take on this? It says, N, NAACP president calls visiting insulting, right? He just exactly what he said, his word. He said he has created a commission to reinforce voter suppression, refuse to denounce white supremacists, and overall has created a radically hostile in this nation.
So white supremacy. So the Ku Klux Klan is down to 3,000 members, if not less than that now. So
Right.
that's not even a dent in our population. That's barely a city. That's not even a town.
Right, right.
You know, that's literally one school.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: you're denouncing white supremacy, but creating segregation. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and denounce terrorism by creating more terrorism.
Right.
That's what you're doing. Let's
Mm-hmm.
put out the fire with fire.
Yeah.
Oh, let's put out the fire with gasoline.
Right.
You're just causing more problems. That's like throwing
Yeah.
water on an oil fire or a grease fire.
Right.
What happens when you do that? The flames go higher and it gets hotter and you're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
hurt.
Oh man, it's crazy, dude. It is crazy, man. Like, it's just like I said before, man. It's just everybody. It's just a popularity contest, and they they just blinded. They have a hardened heart, and when their heart is hardened, they can't. It's hard for them to really see the truth. When your heart is hardened, it's hard for you to see the truth. You won't even speak the truth. I mean, when your heart is hardened, you're really blind to the facts. You know, they blinded to
It's,
facts. You know, it's so much of an ego thing. It's more like an ego thing to them. So bandwagon
that's what it
hoppers.
is.
Hmm?
That's what it is, though. You know,
Yeah.
I look at it and they want to be crybabies. Let them be crybabies. That's what it is. Let
Yep.
them be
Let
that
them.
way.
Yep.
You know.
And we can't let people like that distract what we gotta do. I like how Trump does. You know what I'm saying? He expect
You know
Trump.
what?
Trump is smart. He expect.
We got all this media, and it may seem like they're a majority, but really they're just a vocal minority. It's I would like to call it a apartheid mentality. The very little trying to rule the majority, and they're failing at every aspects of it. Even from the the Republicans, that small majority is very small minority is very vocal and try to dictate what the majority does.
Wow.
That's like the pinky trying to control the whole body.
Right. 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 you know. Wow. This is crazy, man. Like, and I saw this. I saw this morning. Like after I spoke with you earlier. And I looked at like, wow. I was watching videos and stuff of Al Sharpton and NC and WACP. I was watching videos, just listening to them. Like, do y'all hear yourself? I mean, come on now. Could y'all really be that naive, man? Could y'all really be? Come on now. Do y'all or y'all don't want to see it? I said, you know what? They can be really that stupid. Can't fix stupid.
Exactly.
Can't fix stupid. Come to a conclusion. Can't fix stupid, and let's just continue doing our part. Is uniting America. Is helping out these situations that's going on because we got a lot of stuff going
Think
on. We got a lot of important stuff
about
going on, like the border. There's some stuff going on at the border right now. I just watched videos on the Red Elephants. You know what I'm saying? I seen
all they need
some.
to do is just put the wall up.
Yeah, just put it
Have good
up.
because I have nothing against international people. I got a lot of
Right,
international friends.
right. Amen.
My thing is
Same here.
this: there's a lot of, like I said, that's a small bad group that's coming in and making it bad for all of us.
Yes.
We're not just saying, oh, Mexicans. No, there's
Oh,
people who are outside from Mexico. We're not looking at Mexicans. Really, they're not the problem.
right.
We're talking about people from ISIS coming over through your country into our country.
Yes.
That's the problem. They're more deadlier than the Mexican gangs. I'd rather deal with the Mexican gangs than ISIS, because ISIS, it will be all out war.
Ooh, wait. They the one that trying to take over this country. They the one that's really out to.
Exactly.
Uh, we need to focus on that, y'all. And a problem with a lot of these pro-black people, I'm gonna say it, they don't focus on real things. They focus on unnecessary things. They too focus on the past.
I keep telling you this. They let their decisions be dictated by color. I let
Yeah,
my decisions be dictated by finance and power and
finance.
practice,
Yes.
understanding. I'm 20 years old, like I told you. I'm a young guy.
Mhm.
I trade stocks.
Yeah.
You know what I just bought? I bought shares in Exxon.
All
I
right.
have Vanguard mutual funds.
Mm-hmm.
I literally invest into the system.
Right.
I make I stimulate the economy. And while I'm in school, I'm looking at the factors of, okay, I'm putting in more money to get not only credit but just money back. I'm gonna take that money and put it into a property. You know, then I'm gonna take that property and rent it out to someone or some students who are trying to make something out of themselves, or make it into a startup.
Yeah.
Whichever way I go with this, I'm gonna try to find a way to reinvest into the economy back again. The money don't
Amen.
go; it goes right back into the economy.
Okay.
That's that change of hands I was talking about.
Yes. Wow. And that's what I'm talking about. Staying focused. You invest. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man.
Exactly.
Hate divides. Yes, hate divides, Sally. Hate does divide. You know, and I like doing it. They're
Yeah.
doing it promoting hate. They're promoting hate.
No, they're just promoting ignorance. It's not so much
Yeah.
hate. You can't
Ignorance.
hate that what you don't know.
Mm. Hey, Marita. Yep, totally ignorant. You know.
So I think we should go into the fun sector of this video chat. Shall we
But
continue from last time?
oh, let's continue. Go ahead, my brother.
Oh yeah. The questions shall roll now. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on, man. Let's get it on, man. It's so. What do you look? Do you know what's going on today? What you feel about? Think about what's going on today. About they having a wall. You know what I'm saying? About the Katie Stanley. You know what I'm saying? You know about that situation. And
Hmm.
what's your take on that?
The man been deported 5 different times,
Okay.
3 different counts of felonies. Not only that, you end up you claim to be shooting a walrus or some sort of sea lion or something like that, and you hit a lady. Man, the fact that you ain't supposed to have a gun, and second of all, what you're doing in this country illegally.
Right.
Like I
Hmm.
said, you making it bad for everybody else. Your
Yes.
actions.
Uh-huh. Yes. It's wow, dude. It's man. It's crazy, man. And they still got something to say about that. The ignorant people. They still got something to say about that. They
My thing is,
still
it's
try to
really nothing
defend it.
much to be said. The guy is here illegally. He killed someone.
Right.
Then I'm assuming he got acquitted, and everybody's up in an uproar. Why would you take his side? That's my question. Why?
Right.
This guy killed someone. You don't
Hmm.
take a regular murderer's side when they actually kill someone. Why would you take his side?
Right.
Where's the logic in this? You don't take sides with a regular murderer, but you'll take his side, and he's a murderer, whether we
Hmm.
like it or not.
Yep. Oh, wait. It's so much with this dude. There's so much, and
It's not okay for one of our people to murder someone, but if someone who is not from here murder someone, it's okay. All right, so much for logics.
oh, wait, dude. It's so much. All right. Do you? Um, those questions I wanted to ask you, man. It's on the tip of my tongue, right? Okay. What you feel about what's going on like Dearborn, Michigan? You know what I'm saying? I hear some stuff, man. I see, it's people that's down there, and how what I'm saying, the law, they're 100% for, what I'm saying, the radical Islam out there, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel what I'm saying, like I remember Trump said, sending the feds down to Chicago, sending the feds out to Chicago. Yeah, I understand that, and I want them to do that. But what do you think about sending the feds? I feel that stuff needs to be sent down to Dearborn,
Under the
Michigan.
fence, the Dearborn, Michigan. Um, you know what? I personally wouldn't send the feds. I don't have nothing against or for Islam. I have people who are my friends who are a part of Islam. My
But
thing
the
is
feds,
this: let's not make it radical. I see what they're
right,
trying to. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to build a society like the Jews and
right,
stuff. I understand what they're trying to do, and I do have a little bit of sympathy for them. A
yeah,
little bit, very little.
right,
But the thing is that, like I said, you had those bad seeds who are going to make a big name for themselves.
right,
I got Islamic places here in my own city, and
right.
they bomb food. I mean, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
They're good people. They're very focused on education.
Yeah.
My thing is this: when the day I see that they're trying to really cause a problem is the day I'll put the feds in.
Right. But
So
it's a lot
far,
of
they
problems in Dearborn, Michigan.
so so far they have gone against certain Christians, but these, like I said, that was a small. Both sides were small minorities and very vocal. Um, Honestly, I think what they need to do is just make the city a little bit more diverse instead of a monolithic group.
Right, right,
I'm talking about from a religious standpoint, not from a skin point standpoint, but a religious standpoint. Make it non-monolithic.
right.
Bring in Jewish businesses, bring in Christian businesses. You're pretty much on a border of Canada, so you have no reason not to be diverse.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's where we are.
Okay. You know, makes a lot of sense right here, man. You know, but we still got to focus on the it's so much stuff that we got to do, but we still got to focus on the main issues that's going on here in America. Some of the issues that, yeah, we don't need to make that a focus. We still got to focus on the main issues. We still got to, what I'm saying, like it's like I said, like it's not about Islam. It's radical Islam that's doing something. It's radical Islam.
And
We
I
have
can say the same thing for radical Islam, uh, radical Judaism, radical Buddhism,
yep,
radical Christianity.
right,
That radical, the radicalization of that is not good. That's just straight up religion. That's man's traditions right there, straight up.
yep, man.
I'm a Christian. I do my best to follow the Bible by
Mm-hmm.
itself.
Amen.
Okay, what it says about homosexuality and everything else, that's what I believe in. If it's against
Right,
homosexuality, I don't go with it. If you're gay, keep your personal preferences to yourself. I don't go out here talking about what I do in my own bedroom, how many people I sleep
right.
with. Have some
Amen.
characters myself and keep it moving. If you're out here talking about, oh, I'm LGBT, I could care less, but I would certainly not do business with you because it's
Right.
not the fact that you're gay, it's the fact that you're vocal. And not only that, you're carrying a stigma with you. And that's
Mm-hmm.
bad business. You wouldn't do it with me, I wouldn't do it with you. And it's only fair.
Yeah, it is. You're not going to force your beliefs on us. You know, and I see a lot of that with people. They will people allow people to force their beliefs on them and go ahead and act like they believe it. Oh yeah, and I'm for the. They don't have to. I'm for this. I'm for this. Like you got some liberals with that liberal white guilt. You know what I'm saying? You got someone that they don't even like blacks, but will
And
walk
the thing
around.
is, I have friends
I'm
who
for
are
this.
LGBT, literally
Yeah,
LGBT, and I tell them, hey, I voted for Trump, and I don't believe in LGBT, and they was like, you know what, I totally agree with you. You know,
yeah,
these are people who are a part of LGBT, literally, and they was like, dude, it's getting to the point. Even with them, they're saying, dude, it's getting to the point that it is just pointless even having this group. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't expect this coming from your mouth, especially because everybody's like, oh man, they're so sensitive. But when they said it, I said, oh man, this is bad. This is a social justice issue at this point.
Yeah.
This is not so much of I'm gay and I need rights. No, you don't have to fight for rights you already have.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing fighting for rights we already have? Oh, gays don't have rights. What, to marry another man? Look, that's not normal. It doesn't procreate. Same thing for women. Doesn't procreate, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm someone who has had experiences with with the same gender. But the
Yeah.
thing is that I don't agree with it.
Right.
I had my experimental age. I said, okay, I've done this before. I don't agree with it. I know I don't like it. I'm not going to stand with it. And that's
Right.
where I stand.
That's where you stand. The principles. Wow. I hear you, bro. All right. We almost running out of time, but I got another question, man. And it goes back to, what I'm saying, these illegals, I mean, to the wall right here, what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Do you think the wall will ever get built?
You know what? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. And
We got a couple of concepts. I mean, like personally, if I were to build a wall, I would have made a solar panel. For the safety fact of I can power both countries that way, and we can both make money and have an advantage. You know, this is more of an economical advantage. Israel got a wall. China has a wall. A couple of other countries have a wall. I forgot the name. Mexico themselves have a wall.
yeah. Uh,
And we're talking about, oh, we will never build a wall. No, we're going to more likely build one. And it is more likely that's going to happen.
yeah.
If Trump can fund his own presidency by
Yeah.
himself, pretty sure he can throw in his whole life spendings and build that whole wall by itself.
Yeah. Hmm. Ooh, solar panels. Yeah. Can't be added anytime. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Solar panel. Man, it's still got a long way to go, y'all. We have to, that's why we can't allow ourselves to be distracted from what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? We have to, we have to keep our chin up. We have to keep our chin up and we got to stay focused, because if
And
we,
people forget one thing. Whether
yeah,
we build a wall or not, people are going to still fly in. It's all going to come
yeah,
down to inflation. It's literally going to come down to that. People are going to still fly in.
still flying
You
in.
know, people are going to always take a plane. Linda, I'm sorry, but I do like Trump. Um, what are you talking about?
Linda, he loves Trump. Okay, gonna focus.
Oh, so the wall is being built. Tommy Jackson has confirmed that. All right, so the wall is up.
That's right. Yep, we need to come together, Darlene. We need to come together, everybody. I seen something on the red elephants today. I was looking like, man, how the illegals just came and just attacked, what I'm saying? Trump just went and attacked, blood started coming down, and the cops was all on their side. And
Hmm.
and we didn't even like do anything. We was down there just expressing our rights, expressing our feelings, and they allowed them, they was on their side and they came and attacked. And one of the, what I'm saying, one of the Patriots came and took a flag and hit one of them, and they were more on their side. It's like, okay, I see a lot of stuff is going on. I see how y'all roll. That's
And
that.
you
That's
see
just
that
why,
on college campuses.
huh?
You see that a lot on the college campuses. I go to
Yeah,
one that my college actually has a safe space.
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, what's the point of a safe space? I could care less. You know, the fact is, I'm paying for my college, and some of these students are going off of my funding too. You can kick rocks
yeah.
to that safe space. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I've done an ethics class. I'll do it again. Like, if you don't
Amen,
like,
amen.
kick rocks too.
Kick rocks, kick rocks. All right. Yeah, this is George McKnight, what I'm saying? He's a good brother right here, you know what I'm saying? And yes, he's on our side and and we roll together and it's a blessing to see someone young, 20 years old, that ain't brainwashed like a lot of these other people around his age group that ain't
I lost
brainwashed.
my
It's good.
brainwashing in ninth grade.
Yeah. Amen.
So it's what it is.
All right.
If they bury our Constitution in the UK, they will come after yours next. It just won't be yours second. It'll be all of it. Actually, Ron, the UK Constitution is completely different from the American Constitution. The UK Constitution got formed after the Revolutionary War. So the thing is that your Constitution has not been built like ours at all. In fact,
Right.
your Constitution is built on parliamentary rights, not
Mm-hmm.
constitutional. You know, the UK in itself is a giant commonwealth like Canada. In America,
Yeah.
it's with only four commonwealths. That's Massachusetts, Virginia, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania. So that's it.
Yep. All right. All right. It's a wise brother right here. Wise dude, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man. You be encouraged, man. And I mean, it's very encouraging to see, you know, to see a young, I say I don't put a race card. I don't want to say young black dude. I'm gonna say a young dude because we
Right.
need to get out that race card. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get out that myself.
But the thing is, you have to play their game against them to make a point come
Right, to make
across.
it a point. So for to the left hearing this, a young black African American guy over here that ain't brainwashed,
Exactly.
So and like wow, man. That's all I gotta say is wow, man, and that's very inspiring, because I don't find too many. It's like one out. Remember, I think we talked about this. One out of every what?
Hold on, let me answer this question. So Brandon, the race card, you and I, we both had a discussion, obviously, and the race card is basically what the liberals pull.
Yeah.
They want to say, "Hey, I'm a white guy, white privilege, black privilege, this and that." That's a race card. So it's like a trump card almost. Trump
Mm.
card, obviously, we all know what that is. You can pull it at any moment, any time, and get a win. Even when you're
Boom.
on like worst losing end of anything, you just pull a trump card and you win. So a race card is almost the same thing. It's just a trump card would just replace Trump with race.
Yeah.
I'm a
Real
black
talk.
guy. Okay, I'm a black male. My privileges, my feelings, my problems, my struggles. In fact, let's get a struggle puzzles with a bowl of ice and some water on top of it with a plastic spork. Not no
Yeah.
spoon or fork, spork.
Hmm.
So
All right. I'm looking at the time. All right. Yeah, we are all equal. We are all equal, Dan. Yeah, we are all equal, and too bad that people don't see that we all equal. They still looking at this. I'm a black man over here. I'm a Mexican. No, we are all equal. At the end of the day, our blood is red. At the end of the day, you know, you know, in NAACP, dear NAACP, we are all equal. We are all equal.
is this a lot of people want to talk about? Oh, you're against illegals? No, no. You just gotta come through here legally. Just go through our vetting process. You can get in the country. It's actually fairly easy. It takes a
Yeah.
little while because there's a lot of people, but
Right.
it's a simple process.
Hmm.
You know, Trump is not against illegals. He just want people to play this fairly. That's all.
Yeah, just fairly. Get here legally. Look, his wife is legal. I mean, come on now. I mean, come on.
Brian Abdul. So we should be equal, but that's not always the case. Okay, you're right. You're right. And you want to know why? It's because we make the choices that cause us not to be equal. There are rich
Yeah.
people who die poor, and there's poor people who die rich.
Yep.
So it still balances itself, yin and yang.
Yep.
Where there's a rich man, there's always a poor man trailing behind.
All right. All right. Thank you, Zardel, for coming on here, man. I appreciate you, and I'll have you back on here very soon.
Oh yeah,
All right, and make sure y'all follow Zardel McKnight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have got his YouTube link under here, and so this is on YouTube, and this is on Facebook, both of it. So much love,
yeah.
everybody, man. And
Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be making videos soon.
all
And then
right,
I'll have an official show in February,
all
and
right,
that's when I bring on people, and that's when it's going to get real. We're
yeah,
going to really get into it.
all right. So
I'm gonna probably end up calling it No Holds Bar,
hey,
but we shall see.
all right, you should see, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother, man, and Hey, stay strong, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Peace out, everybody.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.